It was our daughter's 5th birthday, and I wanted to post a photo of her and on Facebook and share it with my friends. And right before I was gonna post it, I thought, oh, maybe I shouldn't post it. I didn't want any of my friends to feel bad that haven't been able to have children. And then I thought, well, maybe I should share that I had a really difficult time having her. And then I thought, that's oversharing.
That overthinking is like I'm stuck in a 21st century Hamlet play. To post or not to post? That is the question. I mean, we all use social media for different reasons, friends, family, ideas, but how do we make sure we're controlling social media and social media is not controlling us?
I'm Tiffany Shlain. I'm a mother, filmmaker. I founded the Webby Awards. And this series is about how the future doesn't start somewhere far off in the distance. The future starts here.
I woke up one morning thinking about the photosynthesis of social media. Because sometimes I think the way we are in social media is like those flowers that
Follow and track the sunlight. And it seems like they're never quite getting enough. And that's the way I feel sometimes if I post too much on social media, like seeking the sunlight, seeking the likes and the retweets, and I never quite feel satisfied.
I mean, I think the whole reason we use social media at its root is about our desire for love and connection.
And it's important to remember that this need isn't new. Our desire for attention, validation, and connection has been around since the beginning of history.
For early humans, instead of Facebook walls, they had cave walls to post, share, and comment. And instead of Instagram, they had pictograms, ideograms, and telegrams. Instead of blogs, we had the Talmud. Did I mention I was Jewish? But the more our communication systems evolved,
We can use the magic of writing to send our thoughts to friends in any part of the world.
the more impatient we became. We wanted more input, faster and faster. In fact, in the 1890s, London tried delivering the mail 12 times a day.
Sometimes I check Twitter 12 times an hour.
I'm not proud of that.
So as all of these forms of social media are clearly heating up, and I'm schwitzing, thank you. So how do we maintain this sense of growth and still be healthy?
Well, for one, I try to remember the world doesn't only want to hear about your highlights. Someone told me he recently went off social media because he felt like he was looking at everyone else's highlight reels while all he could think about was his own behind the scenes. My mother, who's a psychologist, says, success distances you from people and vulnerabilities bring you closer. That doesn't mean to air all of your dirty laundry online. It just means give a three-dimensional version of who you are with people, ideas, and what's happening in the world. Because if all you're doing on social media is posting a perfect version of your life, and all you're receiving is a perfect version of other people's lives, then the feed is just a bunch of facades. It's not real, and it's gonna make you feel empty.
They say the 5 people you hang around with most in life, you'll become. So choose wisely. And I think that applies to social media.
The people you follow shape who you are. The one thing that's been huge for me is I started to really curate my feeds. I try to follow people that I think are contributing in an interesting and meaningful way. I figured that out when I learned I could still be friends with someone without following every detail of their life. And another thing, think about the best medium for the message.
I think one of the things that happens when a new medium comes on the scene.
Like your mom or best friend doesn't want to hear your big news on Facebook. Or a serious conversation might not be best over text or email. Just like plants can't survive on sunlight alone, they need water, nutrients, and everything else, we can't rely too much on social media without enough of the real-life human connection, the eye contact, hugs, the nuance of body language. We need to remember to sometimes just live in the moment. Because the feeds are addictive.
Momar, I'm worried about our children.
So am I. They've hardly eaten a thing in 3 days.
It goes deeper than that.
Fortunately, I think things are starting to swing back. I know for me personally, I'm setting aside more time without screens.
Like my family unplugs for 24 hours every week for what we call our technology Shabbats. It's one of the best things we've done as a family. I think we forget how much agency we have. I mean, we can close those tabs, we can curate our feeds, we can create boundaries around technology and turn off the devices. In this age of social media, we need to remember, I need to remember, we all need to remember
That just like nature, we need more than sunlight to survive.
I'm Tiffany Shlain. I'm a mother, filmmaker. I founded the Webby Awards. And this series is about how the future doesn't start somewhere far off in the distance. The future starts here.